Oh, I hate this stage
Hey,
so much.
You want some fan fiction?
Maybe I don't.
I wish. Let me see if I still have that.
Oh no.
Guys,
No.
I'm gonna read my immortal now.
Oh my god, I need to know when...
Remember the story when Kimix was playing Counter-Strike Global Offensive, and Tix just went full out on like a sexual fantasy.
No, I remember when he was playing that and his webcam got hacked. That I do remember.
Kimix sexual fantasies.
Shannon is actually enjoying herself here, guys.
Yeah. 10 orgasms.
She wants to know when the next. She wants to know when the next is. Vlogger, you got yourself a regular.
I don't know. Maybe tomorrow. Don't fap to that, please.
I'm clapping. It's just really silent clapping.
Clapping, fapping, same thing.
Just
well,
listen to.
You must give really weird applauses.
This
oh yeah, you've never seen me actually applaud. It's kind of weird.
This is like a conversation that we had a super long time ago. Just listen, just look at this. So it starts with the vlogger saying, "Lol, yeah. So how's all people's doing?" Kimik says, "Great. My hand is tired from playing CS:GO all afternoon." Vlogger says, "Alright," and then I say, "Liar, you was fapping, we all know that." Vlogger says, "I didn't want to be the one to say it." and
that
Kimik says, "No. Yeah, no, no, I was really playing all afternoon." Vlogger says, "Playing," and then I say, "Playing with your dick." And then Tix just jumps in and says, "I bet you took a tomato, sliced the hole in it, put a color-changing light through the bottom of it, and used it as a flashlight for hours and hours." And then he whispered, to himself, "The doctors hate me." Then everyone's laughing, and I say, "Better love story than Twilight," to be super generic. Then you have a discussion about Owen working on a design for a shirt, for that shirt you were doing. You know?
I'm not wearing that shirt actually. I was wearing that shirt yesterday. The shirt I made, not the shirt Owen made. You can buy them at spreadshirt.com/vloggergames. Or is it vloggergames.spreadshirt.com? I don't know.
But wait, it goes on. After that, he put one of those scented paper towels on the mouth of a bottle to form the shape of a JJ, but got stuck in the bottle, had to break it, started bleeding, and decided to use a lemon to pleasure himself.
I don't remember this!
Have you guys ever heard of the grapefruit technique?
What?
I don't even know.
You guys need to watch this video.
Wait.
Angel is gonna teach you her grapefruit technique, and it's great.
Just wait a sec. Then he actually went on CS:GO and started playing until he met a female gamer and started talking to her. After which he got sexually excited and decided to go on her Steam profile. When on there, he started smacking her picture on the screen with his dick until the screen broke and created a hole. So he decided that hole was big enough to fit in, and so he started to pound it real hard. But got electrocuted, and so now blood and electricity is running through his dick, and he decided to squeeze steaming hot lemon juice all over it. After having his dick cut, electrocuted, and burned by the hot lemon juice, he decided that it would be a good idea to amputate it. And so he went to the hospital and asked for a penis transplant. But he woke up only to find that his dick has been replaced with a fresh cut lemon. That's quite a day you had, Kimix. Rule 34, right?
Rule 34, indeed.
And then he just says, "I don't really understand your obsession with lemons, though." And then he asked me if he smokes the good, because that would explain the behavior.
I'm still surprised as to how we're still up and running.
Oh
You would think we would have been taken down by now.
Jesus and Hitler! Jesus and Hitler! What? Wait. Goku and Anne Frank.
What?
Goku and Anne Frank in Until the End of Time.
Dear Kitty, I met this really hot boy today. He had like blonde hair,
No,
but not all the time. Okay. Adolf. A husky male's voice sounded from the side of my quarters. The smell of musk and outside smoke filled my own nostrils as I turned my head. The room was illuminated. The fireplace crackled with each waking spark from the firewood, my arms crossing as I stood, flicking my nose, mustache tickling my lips.
We gotta make this a thing, man. Just reading fan fictions.
Stalin! Pleasure to see you here. The business matter? Trade? I suggested we'd get to business, but his eyes had something else in hand. He wasn't here for business. Okay, just a second, guys. He spells business B-U-I-S-N-E-S-S.
Alright.
Business.
Business?
Business.
Well, maybe it's because Stalin is Russian. I don't know.
It
Even
was a
in Russia, we have a business.
No, this is Hitler speaking. I know.
Oh. Well, Hitler is also from Russia now.
No, he was... Yeah, he's from Russia now. I just decided that.
Now he fucking well is.
No, he's from
Look at the chance! It's fucking Illuminati thing.
Okay, Stalin, pleasure to see you here. Trade, I suggested we get to business. But his eyes had something else in hand. He wasn't here for business. It was a common thing I saw in my girlfriend's eyes. He wanted to confess. I know. I can't do a Russian accent.
Doesn't matter. Just go with something Germanish.
We fought on the matter before. But this isn't about trade. It's about you and I. But wow.
Does it say that in the fanfic as well? Make weird fanfic like sound effects?
That's an artist rendition of myself.
Alright, I don't like it.
He's had a voice now, melting to me like butter.
Are they gonna fuck already or what?
Only to be washed down with freshly made tea. Stalin, we can't, she'll know. He came forward, touching my badges, looking me straight in the eyes. He was a built man, mustache covering his lips, brown eyes with a slight twinkle to them. He was ambitious. Too ambitious. He got what he wanted. He always did. His strong hands went down my perilous figure. I disliked the way I was built, but he always called it intriguing or beautiful. I saw it as a barrel, like those cartoons, strong, but look like a big gutted triangle. He looked me directly in the eye. I see him as Knuckles now, just a big giant triangle.
What are we? Wait, what are we? What?
This is a Stalin for you, a Hitler ex-Stalin fanfic.
Oh my gosh.
He looked me directly in the eyes. You know I get what I want, whether it's trade or other things, he said, parting his lips before I pushed him away, my fiery temper returning. I cannot allow such non-Christian things in my quarters. Joseph, I announced, my anger rising in the pit of my stomach, but he soothed it with these words. But I love you. Touching mustaches. Lips touching beside the fire. Locked doors, closed curtains. He was mine. I was him no matter how much I wanted him to be. He grabbed my arms, kissing me roughly, using the violence he was known for. I whispered sweet nothings into his ear before a sound came from my chamber door, knocking to be precise. I quickly stood, buttoning my coat and realigning my pins on my jacket, fixing my hair as the knocks grew louder. When I turned, he was gone. Bad, Stalin. Nothing but a sheet to be seen. My heart kind of broke to see him not there, which I knew I soon would. Always. To be continued.
Okay, so in the year 2025, in the halls of
Can you
Reichschancellor.
can you raise your volume a little bit?
Okay. Is this good?
Yeah, that's way better.
A German soldier was running to an office. When he reached the door, he drop-kicked it open. What? Mein Führer, the Americans are inside Berlin. Adolf Hitler, king of Neo-Germany, looked up from his Volksdesk rapidly. Mein Gott in Himmel, I must escape! Quickly, he ran to a secret underground laboratory. Scientists were running around and conducting scientific experiments. Active the time machine, shouted Hitler.
Wait, what?
Active the time machine. Yep, that's a spelling error. Hitler could hear Americans shouting in the tunnel behind him, murdering innocent German scientists and soldiers to satiate their bloodlust. But mein Führer, the temporal coordinates are not set. You could be sent anywhere. It is irrelevant, fool. I must survive so that the National Socialism can continue. The thoroughly chastised scientists activated the time machine, and Hitler was thrown through time to 29 AD. When Hitler stepped through the portal, he saw a beautiful man with the blue eyes and a long beard. Greetings, my son, he said. Hitler looked around. Where am I?
Fuck, no way.
In
Seriously.
Israel, my son. Come, have lunch with me. My name is Jesus Christ. Hitler was instantly amazed. He had been a devout Christian all his life, and he was honored to eat dinner with Jesus. During lunch, Hitler explained the tenets of National Socialism to the Messiah. To his delight, Jesus loved it. Within an hour, Jesus was won over to National Socialism. Hitler felt joy in his heart. National Socialism would live again. While they were talking, Hitler found himself checking out Jesus' tight bod. If he wasn't Führer of Germany, but he wasn't Führer anymore, was he? That night, when Hitler and Jesus were in bed together. What? Wait, what?
Time skip.
Okay, that night when Jesus and Hitler were in bed together, Hitler said, Jesus, what do you think of love between men? What do you mean, Hitler? Jesus asked. Hitler took a deep breath. He would have to be bold. This is what I mean. He leaned over and started Frenching with the Lord. At the same time, he reached down and started tugging on his already turgid member. Christ slept in the buff. Jesus broke off the kiss. Hitler, I don't know if I can do this. It feels so good, so right, but I'm afraid. I've never been with another man before. I've never been with a man either, Jesus. I'm scared just like you are, but we can't let our fears rule us. I love you, Jesus. Do you love me? Hitler's eyes had tears in them. Jesus smiled. Yes, Hitler, I love you. They embraced again. They kissed passionately. Hitler continued to jerk Christ off. When he began to tense up, Hitler lowered his head to Christ's stiff member and caught Christ's sticky seed in his mouth. There was an incredible amount of it, and it splashed everywhere. When Hitler rose up again, Jesus locked lips with him. He could taste his own salty semen in Hitler's mouth, and he didn't care. Jesus was happy for the first time in his life. The end. Okay, because it's weird for a girl voice. Like, I, Nicole Sassy, was laying there, completely naked, dreaming, thinking. Why can't Shrek visit me, like in the fanfics? I sighed. I look around. I see all of my Shrek merchandise. I had all of them. From dolls to movies to video room, even smells like onions. My mom says it's good to have hobbies and collections, but I know she wants to throw all my Shrek stuff out. My dad calls me a whore to the Shrek fandom. I don't care about that faggot. He doesn't appreciate Shrek. My mom knocked on my door. Hold on, Mom, I yelled. Quickly throw on my Shrek-covered robe and let my mom in. My mom says, Honey, I need to talk to you about your addictions about Shrek. Sigh. Your dad and I think it's time to get rid of all this Shrek stuff. This isn't normal. I look at her with disbelief. I reply saying, well, I don't want to be normal. Shrek will be in my heart forever. Oh gosh.
Forever? Oh
no.
No.
No. Oh my gosh. My mom is slightly in shock, saying, What? No, Nicole, it's over. Clean your room of this nightmare. I cleverly reply, No, Mom, it's never over. Oh my fucking gosh, are you kidding me? Right as I said that, we smelt a stronger scent of onions heading towards us.
And then Shrek raped her.
Do I believe my nostrils? Is it true? I quietly whispered, Shrek? My mom ran to the window and her jaw practically dropped. Who is it? I stuttered, Shrek! After hearing her words, I had a huge grin on my face. I was really excited.
And I went for JJ.
Shrek jumped in my window on my mom, and following was Donkey and Fiona. They were all naked. My mom grunted and moaned to the feeling of all her bones being crushed. Wow. Okay. Shrek proceeded to pick her up and ripped her pants off, only to butt rape her until she died. Sounds weird, but he literally squeezed her organs out of her so she pretty much puked organs. In the process, he told her, You should have checked yourself before you Shreked yourself.
Okay,
I didn't care about
that. Don't make that sound, please.
I didn't care about that my mom died. I was only wondering when it was my turn. He stared at me, smiling and squeezing my Shrek doll as hard as I can. He looked around and he seemed pleased, as Fiona and Donkey were literally eating my mom. What? And seriously fucking each other. Shrek ripped my robe off and took a deep breath of the oniony goodness. He then put me on all fours and stuck his ogre-sized schlong inside my butthole. He was fucking me for a while, without stopping. I was in pain, but I'd do anything for Shrek. After all, he stuck his schlong into my mouth. He Shrek-jaculated. Oh my gosh.
Go on! You started this, now you have to finish it, mate.
He Shrek-jaculated into my mouth with his onion seed. I loved it, but I can't tell Shrek did too. After a minute, he stopped and told me, "You're right, it's never ogre." He then left. Donkey, on the other hand, stuck his donkey dick inside of me. He told me that it's his turn. It wasn't as magical as Shrek's, but it was still fun. He then stopped and left too after she finished eating my mom. That day was the best day of my life. I wrote it all down in my diary. Shrek is love, I say. Shrek is life. Gosh.
You guys understand that this always going up on the channel as highlights, right?
Can I?
Every single fanfic.
Just, okay. B17.
Question. Is there a fanfic about the flying spaghetti monster?
I have no idea. Search it, boss. I'm
this
gonna
up.
read this one. Okay. My first Shrekulal encounter. B17. Be turning 18 soon. Ask parents for Shrek themed party. Just like the last 12 years. Mom says I'm too old for Shrek. Tell her she better check herself before she Shreks herself. Mom asks if I've taken my meds. I say yes, then ask for an onion-flavored cake. Mom says no. I call her a Farquad bitch. She sends me to my room and tears stream down my face. Jacking off will probably cheer me up.
Wait, this is a dude?
Yes.
Alright.
Pull out Super Drek MLP Friendship is Magic DVD collection.
Oh no.
Open them up to see 5 Shrek discs, including Puss in Boots. That my mom thought were in her room. It's the 171st day of the year. Today, I'm scheduled to masturbate to Artie from Shrek the Third. What? Fab furiously when Artie appears and I'm finished in seconds. Wipe semen off my chest with Twilight Sparkled stuffed pony. Start to think about fight with mother again. Get an idea. Sneak out of room, mom is sleeping. Go to shed in backyard. Grab the sharpest tool in shed. Stand outside mom's door. Too chicken to do it. I pray to Shrek for courage. The scent of onions fill the room. A green hand takes the tool from me. I'll take him from here, laddie, Shrek says. Shrek plants the tool deep in my mother's body. Ogre and ogre again. Oh my gosh. Nope.
Ogre, oh wow. I feel like I'm gonna become part of this community.
The
fuck gaming videos,
on.
fuck Pokemon, I'm doing Shrek fanfics.
The stabbing went on for almost an hour. Blood sprayed all over the room and on my body, especially my hands and arms. Shrek is finally finished with my mother, and he looks at me. I pull off my blood-soaked clothes and poke my butt in the air. Shrek picks me up with one hand and uses his schlong to sweep the remains of my mother off of her bed. Despite the carnage, it still smells like onions. But now the smell of waffles and litter enter the room as well. Donkey, Fiona, and Puss are suddenly at my side. All of them are just as nude as Shrek. Shrek flops down on his back on the bed. Blood pools around him as his weight squeezes it out of the mattress like a sponge. He still has me in one hand. He skewers me on his shrock, begins using my asshole to pleasure himself. Oh gosh. His slimy member provides lube, but it does nothing to stop the anal stretching as it flexibly snakes its way through my intestinal tract. Ah! Oh my gosh!
Yeah, this is fucked up.
Princess Fiona jumps on top of me and I silently plead to Shrek that my small dick is enough to please Her Majesty. Fiona slips my dick into her snatch and it closes in around my penis. Her ogress pussy vacuums my dick with the frenzy of a Jack-in-the-Box customer trying to get just one little taste of his ogrely thick milkshake. Oh my gosh, this is... It feels as if the inside of my woody is being sucked out my pee hole. I am now in the middle of an ogre sandwich. An ogrio, if you will. I motorboat her giant green titties and suck the onion juice out of her nipples. all the while with Shrek's green anaconda still slithering inside me. I turn my head to the left and gasp for breath. As I do, Donkey stuffs my mouth with his schlong. It quickly finds its way deep into my esophagus. I'm finding hard to breathe with Donkey's little donkey thrusting within, yet never receding from my gaping mouth as one of my nostrils is filled with snot. Puss in Boots nimbly climbs up the others and drags his ass and balls on my face. Puss turns around and I see his small barbed baculum poking out from his fur. He examines my two nose cunts and thankfully chooses the one already filled with snot to jab his boner into. What? It is the greatest moment of my life. I submit myself completely to the fairy tale land's finest. The amount of movement going on inside of me is indescribable. I am now 33% cock. I reach around and claw at Fiona's rump, trying to get a chance to stick my fist in the greatest woman of all time. Then it happened. Shrek and Donkey's foreskin met together in my tummy. Oh no!
I'm drawing this.
X-ray vision.
Their tips lightly kiss one another, right before spewing a stew of cum into my stomach like a water balloon. Seconds later, I spunk into Fiona's pussy. My eyes roll back in my head. I am breathing furiously, yet only throughout one nostril. It isn't over yet. I release a lengthy stream of semen as I never have before. Donkey and Shrek still seem to be filling me with their love like a hose of sperm. I am pumping an inhuman amount of jizz into Fiona when I realize that it must be Shrek and Donkey whose cum is helping to give me extra virility. This is getting, Puss's saw-like wang is finally running out of mucus to drill out my nose, and it begins shaving off my nose hairs.
What?
What? My nose bleeds a thick pink blood semen cocktail courtesy of Puss in Boots. After about a minute, Shrek and Donkey's ogreism is complete. Seconds later, mine is done too. I am more satisfied and exhausted than I have ever been in my entire life. But it still isn't ogre. I look deeply and lovingly into Fiona's green eyes as Puss and Donkey retreat from my orifices. She spills forth from her mouth a cascade of all our juices. It drenches my face and I squint to see Fiona, Donkey and Puss all looking down on me with adoration. Between gulps I gargle. Shrek is love. Shrek is life. I fall gently to sleep with Shrek's penis still moving inside of me, and mine still inside Fiona. I wake up the next morning in my mother's bed to the smell of onions and waffles. I'm alone, except for the unrecognizable corpse on the floor. Shrek and the others must have licked the cum all off because all that was left was blood and a floury substance in my hand. I go to the kitchen to find a plate with onion waffles waiting for me. Finally, I have a family who cares for me. After eating the feast my lovers left me, I went to my room to tell the others brogers online about my Shrek experience. I found a note on the door. I was thinking about your party, and I decided that you can have a far, far away party after all. It is your big day, and it's up to you to decide how to spend it. I will bake you your onion cake and make brownies for everyone else. Even though you haven't grown up into a wonderful Prince Charming, you'll always be my special little boy. Love, Mommy. Prince Charming? Prince Charming? That bitch deserved to die.